Alright, welcome back. I have no idea what we were even doing or talking about in the last episode of this. It's been so long.
Yeah, I don't even remember either.
It's been like a month since we played this, so I've completely lost track. Derek's
Dude, look at how chiseled his chin is.
That's a very chiseled chin. Hey, Herc!
Get on to the Hydra's back! Is it this game or the next one?
Kid, I got 2 words of advice for you. Attack!
It's not really advice as much as it's a statement.
Yeah.
That's not the Hydra, by the way. That's Cerberus.
Yeah. No. Then it must be the next game.
Yeah. Cerberus! Wait, actually, is this a 300 dog or just a 200?
3.
Okay, it is 3. I forget which game it was. There was one game that had, was it Devil May Cry? I think the Devil May Cry had, like... No, that one had 3 heads too. There was one game that had a 2-headed dog. And I think they called it Cerberus anyways, and I was just like, this is not accurate.
This is wrong!
I'm like, this is definitely not accurate. This is definitely not accurate to the movie, remember?
Okay, I figured out what I need to do. I need to go get health
I
potions.
was gonna say, is it to not get nerfed?
Yeah, I gotta go ahead and get health potions, so...
Fair enough. Oh, man. What has happened in our wild and wacky world over the past couple months that I can talk about? Let's see.
Quite a lot.
Let's see.
The glorious God Emperor has.
God Emperor. He hasn't really done much, actually.
Oh, he got impeached. Didn't
Yeah,
mean anything.
Yeah, but he did.
Didn't mean anything.
The reason I say nothing really happened is because, yes, they voted to impeach him, but no, because they actually haven't put forth the motion to actually impeach him.
Didn't mean anything.
So it means literally nothing. And if it does go to a case, I'm sure
it's not going to do anything
dropped.
because the Republicans own the House.
Yeah, like... It doesn't even matter. They had fucking nothing for that whole goddamn debate.
Oh yeah, no, they were throwing shit at the wall hoping some stuff.
Yeah, it was such a waste of time.
Oh yeah.
And taxpayer money. I'm so happy we
No,
spent
nothing.
money on that shit.
The government only does things that are productive, Chris.
Oh yeah.
What are you talking about?
Oh yeah. By productive, you mean, you know, saying that I'm not going to work today and they get paid anyways and have a government shutdown.
How dare you? How dare you? All those people got paid during the government shutdown, except all the soldiers who are actually doing something. No.
Remember when that was always like a big thing? They were always just like, "Oh, do it for the troops." But like, in all honesty, the only thing we're really doing for the troops is putting them in more situations to get murdered.
Yeah. It's almost like during some of that stuff, some big reports came out about how we were lied to and tricked to fight in a 19-year-old war that we had no purpose in being in there. And documentation came up that it was all a lie to get us in there. Sorry, what? Sorry. Oh god, I'm gonna get killed.
Derek, please. We had a reason to be there. It's for cheaper gas prices.
Yes.
A war well fought and well worth it.
Yes.
See, this is why we need electric cars. Because once we have electric cars, we can start fighting people for oil.
So then we gotta figure out a way to make better batteries.
Yeah, but you don't need better batteries when we can just build bigger cars.
That is a true
That
statement.
just fit more batteries in said
That
cars.
is a true statement.
Oh, so we're actually pretty much where we need... Elon Musk has kind of already put us where we need to be, because they get a 300-mile range in their cars, which is pretty much as far as the average person is
just
gonna
gotta
go.
say, Elon Musk is one of my favorite people because of how crazy he is.
Oh yeah, he's a fuck... He had a special in The Simpsons that I watched. It's amazing.
Did you see the one about how he his car, right?
Yeah.
And they had his car,
Mhm.
and he went it's a bulletproof glass.
Yeah.
Guy shoots it, it breaks the glass. Try it again. It could have been a fluke.
Yeah.
Guy does it again. Immediately breaks the glass.
I like him. He's a fucking weird dude. He's got the Cybertruck. They announced that actually since we've recorded, and it looks really dumb. And I want like 9 of them. It's like, have you seen it? It's like a giant wedge shape. Like,
I have. It's ridiculous.
I saw it and I was like, that looks really stupid. And then I was also like, but then I can pretend I'm in Blade Runner when I drive it around, and I'm kind of like really into that.
I want that.
I really want that. Because I am the Blade Runner.
So I just went and grabbed potions because, you know, they don't have a market in every world for some reason.
Why would they?
Because that would make too much sense.
Exactly.
And you don't get the ability to heal until I think after either after this world or after the Tarzan world.
It's after the other world.
Probably.
Man, fucking...
Yeah, this gets real old real quick.
Yeah, I know why people really hate the gummy ships. Like, immediately, and we've only done, like, 3 of these. Like,
honestly,
4 of them, maybe.
This one, it's not hard, it's just repetitive and annoying. In the other game, in Kingdom Hearts 2, they improved it. In Kingdom Hearts 3, from what I've seen, it's like a free roam almost in the gummy ship, and I'm like, the hell is this?
A free roam there, you just said it.
But it, like, they changed up the formula, because instead of it being, like, on rails like this,
yeah.
it's like, what's that game, Space, when you have the ship? Any of those space games where you're in the ship.
I don't know, dude, there's a lot of games where you fly around the ship, dude.
That's why I was just like, there's a ton of those, I am talking.
It's like, dude, you know, it's the one with the spaceship, the one where you fly around in space. You remember the one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one. It's, yeah, I remember that one.
Eventually we get the ability to move faster and just skip this altogether.
This is the worst ever, by the way.
Oh, yeah, no, I hate this.
This is so boring. Like, I can't imagine being a viewer actually watching this. This is super boring.
Why we cut it out one of the other times they had to do this.
But, what other fucking, okay, I do have something to talk about. Fucking, Steven Universe.
Yes.
Has a new sequel show.
Sequel?
Yeah, it's a sequel to the original show, but it follows right from where the first one took off.
That's what I've been seeing some, like, clips of that, and I'm like, I thought that show ended.
I had no idea it was even a thing until I just happened to be on the channel that it was coming on, and I'm watching and I'm just like, oh, what are they getting, like another movie or something? And then it like started and it was playing through and I'm like, oh no, this is another fucking show. Okay, weird. Like I thought they were getting another TV movie or something, but no, it's a full TV show. I missed last week's 2 episodes, so I think I've only seen 6 of the episodes so far, and there's like 8 as of recording this. And it's how do I put it? It is, I think it's better than the original show. However, there's a caveat to that, because it's also structured way weirder than the original show. Because all sense of structure is dead now.
Okay.
Because the original show was like, oh, there's a bad guy, what are we gonna do about the bad guy? Aw, man, and now he's my friend, so it doesn't matter, who cares? Well, now all the bad guys are friends. So, like, except for Jasper, kinda, and a few other stragglers. So, I'm watching it, and I'm like, this is a weird show to watch because all the conflict now is just Steven coping with the fact that he is just...
He is the universe!
like, if the original show was him discovering... If the original show was like a coming-of-age story, the new show is like what happens when you find out that you have to pay taxes and work a standard job, and it's so weird, and it's really funny to me. Because he's way older now. He's like not a grown-ass adult, but he's like he's like a young adult. He's like late teens, maybe like mid-20s. I'm not really sure exactly how much time has passed, but that's what he feels. And his like job now is literally like trying to reform all the gems into like society but not the society that they were programmed to do. So it's like this gem is like known for digging like ice trenches or whatever, but then he like has to get them a job in like another field that isn't ice related, but then it turns out like, oh man, no, they're just really good at ice stuff and they're causing more havoc this way, we should get them back to doing jobs that relate to ice. But then it's not digging ice trenches, it's like making snow cones on the beach or some shit. Stuff like that. So it's like, we're still letting them do what they're good at, but we're not fucking like just using them as slave labor under a tyrannical rule. And I think what's more interesting about the show, and I think why the show works better, is that now, because he knows that, spoilers for anyone who didn't watch Steven Universe and cares, now that he knows that his mother was Pink Diamond, now he's going through the traumatic life expectancies of like, oh yeah, my mom was a fucking bitch who just like stepped all over people to do whatever the fuck she wanted regardless of other people's fucking well-beings or their feelings, and now he has to deal with the repercussions of that, which is great.
Look why this game's a pain in the ass.
Is it because they shoot fireballs from a distance? Also, you might want to heal.
I am out of healing items.
Oh, well, you should have bought more.
I did.
You should have.
You can only equip 3.
Oh, well, you really fucked. But yeah, no, fucking the new season's pretty good. He's got teenage angst now. He gets upset about things, and he channels her like fucking god gem powers, and he gets really fucking jacked and glowy and shit, and he just like wants to murder shit. He's normally talked out of it before he does it because it's a kid show, but
because it's a kid show.
It's a kid show, but it's really unfortunate because I really want to watch him just murder the shit out of a gem in cold blood rage, and then just have this show turn into a totally different show.
Like, him and Connie are like an actual thing now.
Yeah, they were an actual thing before the original show ended. Like towards the end of it, they were like, let's be honest, they were a literal thing right when they fused, which is the show's PG way. Which is the show's PG way of saying they fucked. At that point, they were a relationship. That's like my favorite thing because it's just like, because a lot of Steven Universe was inspired by anime, and Fusion was inspired by Dragon Ball, and all I can think of now when I think of that is just like, man, imagine how weird Dragon Ball would have been if fusing had the same properties of fucking in the DBZ worlds. And then I think to how much shipping there is of Goku and Vegeta, and I go, you know, maybe it already has that, and we shouldn't encourage it. Wah! Oh man. But yeah, he finds Pink Diamond's original Pearl. Finds her, and she's got like a fucked up crack in her face or whatever, and like a missing eye or some shit like that. And fucking essentially she's just like, oh no, Pink Diamond did this for a while ago, and Steven can't fix it. And he's like, Steven can't fix it. Pink Diamond did it, and instead of being like, oh shit, I should probably, you know, apologize for this, he's just like, I'm ignoring the fact that anything wrong happened, and I don't care. We're just gonna fix this. There was nothing bad that happened here. Everything is cool. It ends up being a story about domestic abuse and shit.
Of course,
because Steven Universe is weird. I like Steven Universe. It's a good show. It works on some dark ass themes, which I like. But it's also still a kid's show, so it can never get dark enough where I'm like, you guys kind of really hammered in some fucking dark points here, but you know, I get it. You gotta be. The other thing with Steven Universe is that it can't, and this was a problem with the original show too, is it can't fucking, it can never just be like, yeah, sometimes shit's bad. I was legit waiting to make sure he killed it. It's like, nicely done, Derek.
Wow. That was bullshit. Continue, please.
Yeah, where was I? Oh yeah, like my whole thing with like Steven Universe is like whenever it does a dark story, it's like, wow, that was dark, but it always has a happy ending. I want one that's just like, wow, that was dark and nothing has improved. I just want one, but they'll never give it to me. Like I wanted one with there was one with Lapras and Jasper and their abusive relationship, whatever, and then they like meet up again, and then they're like, no, this is an abusive relationship and I want no part of it, and they don't get back together, which isn't accurate at all to how those relationships work, and I was very disappointed.
Yeah.
I wanted them to get back together and be in a horrible relationship for a while, so we could have some sort of status quo, and then we'd have some sort of victory when the things do improve. But because you don't give it any time for build-up, it's just like, alright, she said no, woo. How boring.
Boring.
How boring. It was the same thing with the domestic abuse one, where they're just like, it was bad, and then she's just like, it wasn't that bad. And they're like, it was bad, and then by the end of it, she's like, it was bad.
It was bad.
But it's like, no build-up to it, so it's like, alright, yeah, no, I get it. The only build-up, the only reason it kind of works better is because instead of confronting that the mother might have been domestic abuse, Steven just gets real fucking mad about it and then starts destroying shit and causing problems. And I'm just like, the teenage angst. Angst. Classic. So that's pretty good. Fuck. They had,
The next event is coming.
Trying to think of the other ones. Fucking Steven Universe's dad, Greg Universe, had to get his hair cut. So now he has short hair now instead of his long flowing ass hair. I'm very disappointed.
Like
yeah, I'm very disappointed. He had to do it to save his skin though, but very disappointed. That was the most emotional I think I've ever gotten watching Steven Universe. I was like, Greg lost his fucking hair!
No!
That was like the whole point of the character! I've never been so sad. It's like all the moments in Steven Universe that I'm about to be like emotionally triumphing is just like, is it fucking hair, man?
It's everybody's NXT teenage person they want to be.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's kind of like a happier Cloud. Like he just has moments where he gets angsty now instead of like all the time like Cloud is.
It's like Zach.
Yeah, he's like Zach actually.
He's looking for somebody. Hades promised he'd help him find him.
But it backfired.
Is it Zach?
Mm-hmm.
I fell into darkness,
It's Sephiroth.
and I couldn't find the light.
It is both. It's both Zach and Sephiroth.
Oh my god.
Find it.
How can that be though? Because this game came out before Zach was a fucking character.
Nope, Zach was a character in the original thing, but he wasn't in here.
Oh yeah, no, he wasn't. He wasn't 7, wasn't he?
He's
He's
in
just
7.
a minor brought-up character, though.
Don't
Yeah.
lose sight of it.
Didn't have a game yet.
Don't lose sight
How
of
about a
yourself,
rematch
Chris.
sometime? Fair and square.
That'd be pretty hard to do
unless
unless I became a vampire.
He just gave us a Keyblade. That little thing he gave us. That's Keyblade.
Is it? Does it get bigger or does it stay that tiny?
No, we just changed it on the bottom. Oh wait, no, we got Sonic Blade.
Sick.
Sonic Blade.
Sonic move. I don't understand, by the way.
You don't have to.
Okay. So do you
But
put
we're gonna
the-
give him Berserk.
That's my favorite anime.
Berserk.
Berserker! See, that's my favorite anime, because unlike Steven Universe, when shit hits the fan, it stays hitting the fan.
You turn it up to 11. It stays on 11.
When you turn it up to 11, it stays on 11, and sometimes cranks itself up to 15 when you're not looking.
And he's handsome to boot. He's perfect.
Perfectly infuriated. He makes me crazy.
Wait a minute. What are you worried about? All the pieces are in place. Relax. Whoa. Here's what you do. Let Hercules train the kid. In the next games, I'll take care of them both. Who invited you to the party? Stay out of this. This is my show.
Maleficence.
She thinks she's a bad guy.
I was gonna say, I'm like, the one who believes they're the main villain.
She's so bad at it.
Ooh, I'm so mad.
Sorry to stop you there, but I needed to have my boy.
That's good. I think I was at the close to the end of that, anyways. blah blah, fusion, people, stuff.
Now we're back to everybody's favorite part of this game.
If you say so. But yeah, no, it's pretty good. I think it's... I don't know, I'm torn on if it's better than the original, because, like...
Different audience.
Yeah,
maybe.
like a part of me is like...
How long
this
is
is more...
Like, how long has that show been going out? A couple
Mm,
years, I think, at this point,
well,
right?
the original show was out for...
Like
3 years?
3 years?
I think?
So it's kind of like it's trying to age with its audience, kind of. Like, so the people who started watching it...
3 or 4 years,
kind of like,
maybe.
they've grown up a bit more, they...
No.
No?
Well, maybe, but the point that I'm getting at is, like, because it's not a long time to age with your... Like, 3 years is not a long time to age with your audience.
But...
Because anyone watching that show as a kid is still a kid.
Yeah, that's true.
But let's be honest, Steven Universe wasn't a show for kids to begin with.
No.
Steven Universe was a show for people like me, grown-ass adults, who, like,
Who
like
pretended
to
they were
watch
children.
to pretend, who still think they're kids. But, because a lot of that show is, like,
Dark.
not even dark, but, like, not for kids.
Yeah.
But it's done in a way that's so, like, oh, that's not what we mean, that you can, like, show it to kids. Because it's just like, man, there sure is a lot of lesbian love in this, and then you're also just like, oh, man,
wait,
there sure
everybody's
is a
a
lot
female.
of fucking, like, progressiveness going on. Oh, man, this is a weird episode about the darkness of relationships. Like, I don't... like,
I don't know how to feel about this.
And there's, like, a few people that, like, there's a few people that watch that show, and they're like, they find it as, like, patronizing, is that the word I want to look for? The one, you know, the one where people were like, I don't mind this stuff, but I don't like it when they're shoving it down my throat.
Yeah.
Like, to begin with, that is a subjective statement to begin with. Let's be honest. Like, how much is and isn't shoving down your throat is going to depend on the person.
individual.
Yeah, it's like comedy. It's very dependent on the person.
It's based on the viewer.
Yeah, because, like, I watch that show, and I'm like, I can see why people are like, this is really being rammed down your throat for some episodes and some characters. And then, like, most of the time, though, I'm like, but, like, if you look at the show as a whole, I'm like, it's not that often that they're doing that. It's more just, like, background dressing, where you're just like, what about the lesbian space rocks? And it's just like, yeah, but, like, the show is about Steven. Like, it's not really about the lesbian space rocks.
Didn't want to interrupt you there.
They're just kind of extra characters. Yeah.
Hey, Donald! Maybe King... Yeah, I said that wrong.
Yeah.
Hey, Donald! Maybe King Milky's down there!
Jesus Christ, Derek. You, like, not do that again?
My Donald voice is bad. Hold on, Riku and Kaiui might be down there.
Nuke it from space!
Let's check it out! Forgot that, we're on an important mission!
Like, I don't know.
Just land.
I can't do it. I have no idea. It's like... I have no idea how you do his voice. We're landing.
So now they're arguing over the controls.
Oh, good.
Hey, don't touch that!
You spin me right
Around, baby, right round, like a record, baby. Boop, 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 boop.
Whoa!
I don't like that's like some of this is voice acted and like a good portion of it isn't.
Oh my god,
that
it's
was the time
Tarzan's treehouse.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I know my Disney movies.
Goofy?
Donald, Goofy!
Oh no.
Oh shit!
I look at the dimensions of it.
It's very big. Like, way bigger than it's supposed to be.
Like its feet are huge and...
No, I meant the house, but also the lion. Or a jaguar? Jaguar.
Yeah.
Alright, we're gonna have to pick it up in the next part. We'll see you then. Peace.